Hi, good morning everybody. Welcome to smartiq webinar today. Today we are going to discuss with many of the things such as how to begin with IAS. UPSC preparation start ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we will be having many doubts and confusion regarding UPSC exams, like how to start, what are the, is there any requirement to start, ಹೇಗೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸುಮಾರು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Like, but one must be clear with some views. Actually, first to begin with, how to begin with IAS? This is the common question everybody has. What it takes to become an IAS, or what is that requirement we have to fulfill to become an IAS, and why we have to choose IAS. ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ ಅಥವಾ ಐ ಎ ಎಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಬೇಕು. ಅಥವಾ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದರ್ ಎನಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಐ ಎ ಎಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸ್ ದರ್ ಎನಿ ಪ್ರೀ ರಿಕ್ವಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತಿದೆಯಾ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಫಿಯರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಯಾಕೆ ಭಯ ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆದರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ವೈ ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಎ ಎಸ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನೋ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ಆರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್, ಯಾಕೆ ಆ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಅಥವಾ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಸೇಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಸನ್. ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಓದಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲದೂ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲದೂ ಓದಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕೆಲವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ಥರ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಡೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೂ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಥರ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಮತ್ತು ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಏನು, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಏನಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದೆಯಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಡು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೀಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಐ ಎ ಎಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ತೊಗೋಬೇಕಾ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಬಾಯ್ಸ್, ಅಥವಾ ಡು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪೇ ಫಾರ್ ಮಚ್ ಮನಿ ಫಾರ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಮಾರು ದುಡ್ಡು ಖರ್ಚಾಗುತ್ತಾ, ಈ ಥರ ಹೌ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಐ ಎ ಎಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅದು ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರೊಲಾಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇವನ್ ಫಾರ್ 3 to 4 years ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕೆಲವರು. ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ರಿಯಲ್, ಆರ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅವಧಿಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಡು ವಿ ರಿಯಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟೇ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟೆಡ್? ಆ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಹೇಗೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ನು, ಅಥವಾ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕಾ? ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ while preparing our UPSC examination. So going by one by one, we shall discuss the entire doubts today. So we shall clear the entire confusion and we should set the benchmark for UPSC preparation. So to begin with, we shall go with how to begin with an IAS. IAS another, it's not a profitable job. To be frank, it is a job which has to be done with a motto. It's a service. Indian Administrative Service, IAS abbreviation ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟಬಲ್ ಜಾಬ್. ಐ ಎ ಎಸ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಟೀಜಿಯಸ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಒಂದು ಗತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸರ್ವ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸರ್ವ್ ದ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸರ್ವ್ ದ ನೇಷನ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಈ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು it's very important. And for this, coming to the preparation part, I will just speak about IAS later on. Coming to the preparation part, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ aspirants ಗೆ they confuse, there is a much confusion that IAS exam ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ. There is nothing called as IAS examination. That examination is called as civil service examination. We call it as CSC. We call it as CSE, Civil Service Examination. So IAS examination or IPS examination ಅಂತ ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. It is an examination called CSE, Civil Service Examination. ಕೆಲವರು ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ there is an examination called UPSC. No, there is nothing called as UPSC examination. UPSC is a body, it's a constitutional body, it's an autonomous body, it is an independent body which conducts examination to various kind of services in the country. So it conducts national level examination for various services across the country. Adrilli CS is a one kind of examination, and that is called as Civil Service Examination. And this examination gives recruitment for various services across the country, like IAS, IPS, IRS, or IFS, or Indian Postal Service. ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಎ ಎಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟಿವ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್, ಐ ಪಿ ಎಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್. ಈ ಥರ ಟು ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 16 ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ಗೆ ಯು ಪಿ ಎಸ್ ಸಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as ಸಿ ಎಸ್ ಸಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ವಿಚ್ ದಿಸ್ people are allocated for or recruited for many, like this post. So IAS examination, there is nothing called as IAS examination or IPS examination, and many people think that IAS examination, ಐ ಎ ಎಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಐ ಪಿ ಎಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಐ ಆರ್ ಎಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ದ ಕಾರ್ಡರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸಿ ಎಸ್ ಸಿ. ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಐ ಎ ಎಸ್, ಆರ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ example for ಐ ಪಿ ಎಸ್. There is a single exam called as CSC, which is conducted by a independent body or autonomous body or constitutional body, which is called as UPSC. So abbreviation of UPSC is Union Public Service Commission, which is a constitutional body which is under the control of President of India. So ಈ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನಿಂದ ಆಚೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. I think that you got the exact information regarding this examination, who conducts the examination, and what is the name of the examination, what's the function of the particular examination. So ಯಾವೆಲ್ಲ ರೋಲ್ಸಿಗೆ ರೆಕ್ರೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. I think you're clear with these things. So starting by knowing this fundamental knowledge, we are starting with how to begin with IAS. So the thing is that everybody has the desire to become an IAS, or everybody has the desire to become an IPS, or even IRS. So desires doesn't come true with the true preparation. So what is the requirement is true preparation. So always you have to plan the things. How to begin? This is the key point of today's discussion. We always say that a good plan is half done. I meant to say that preparation is a key point in UPSC. So how you prepare, how you become to become an IAS, that is very most important. So the thing is that you need to have a good plan for your career, and you need to have a good clarity, crystal clarity of thought why you have to become a civil servant of India. If you want money more, if you want more money, you would have joined a business or something like some other jobs which fetch you more money. But here it's completely service. It is a work which has to be done with certain motto, to serve the society or to transform the nation. So the thing is that this is a big vision than everything. So this position attracts many people to come over here and serve the nation, because this platform provides many more opportunities which any other platform can't do. So here we have opportunity to serve many people, as many people you want in the country, and you will be recruited through many services like IAS, Jilla Panchayat officers, district collectors, directors, board of directors, and even as departmental heads, parliamentary secretaries, something like that. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ ವಿಷನ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನ್, ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಯು ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಹಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ IAS or IPS. Okay, the thing is that the people say that IAS it's like a magnanimous syllabus, ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ಸು, ಮುಗಿಸೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಸನ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್. It is false. UPSC, unlike other examination, UPSC has also got a particular syllabus. ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನೇ ಓದಬೇಕು, ಇಂಥದ್ದನ್ನೇ ಓದಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಓದಬೇಕು, ಲೈಕ್ ಅದರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಬಟ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವಾಸ್ಟ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ accepted by everyone. So the thing is by looking at the magnanimity of the syllabus, plan your career before 3 years you give the exam. ಸೊ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಲು ನಾನು ಈಗ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುಯೇಷನ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮೈ PU, or I have just passed, I'm in the first year of my graduation ಅಂತಂದರೆ after final year you are going to give the examination, and that's the eligibility too. ಎಲಿಜಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಏನಂತಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ 21 years must be completed, and you should have a graduation and which is recognized by the UGC. So on degree, so you are going to give the attempt after 21 and even after completing your degree. So before that, make sure that you have prepared to maximum extent. That means you should use the judicious time of your graduation, because now the trend has been changed. Before, people used to do IAS in the age of 24, 25, even they used to carry out till 30, but now things have changed. People are cracking in the very first attempt after their graduation. The best example is the girl from Delhi, that is Tina Dabi. She cracked IAS examination in first year at the age of 22. First attempt, first rank, unbelievable. So ಅದ್ರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಅವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೌ ವೆಲ್ ಶಿ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನ್, ಅವ್ರು ನಡೆದು ಬಂದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಾದಿ ಏನು, ಅವ್ರ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು, ಹೌ ಸೌಂಡ್ಲಿ ಶಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ UPSC examination is very important. So with this perspective, the things have been changing. People start to prepare for UPSC examination since from the first year of graduation, or even from 11th or 12th classes. So you see where competition is getting tougher and tougher every day. So with this intention, you need to prepare early, too early. I meant to say that at least in the age of 18 or 19. Everybody know that time is valuable and time is precious. So just don't wait to get your degree completed. ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಸಿ at the age of when you complete your masters, you'll be at least 23 or 24, and you need to search a job. You have financial commitments ಇರುತ್ತೆ, financial independent ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. At that time, if you face like this type of examination, it's going to create a big hurdles for your life, because it takes at least 2 to 3 years of preparation. So even people have cracked within first attempt also, but they first attempt ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ they'll be just preparing from 2 to 3 years in the later past. ಸೊ 2 3 ವರ್ಷ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ 2 to 3 years to complete the entire syllabus. So seeing the magnitude of the syllabus, so start your preparation. What my suggestion is, start your preparation from degree. It seems start your preparation from for degree. At least if you can spend 2 to 3 hours each day in your graduation, you'll be able to complete each and every syllabus within 3 years, so that you can give a first attempt after the degree, and you can crack it in very first attempt. So this is my humble suggestion for all of you people. ಯಾರ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, make sure that you are starting preparation if you have desire to become an IAS. Second thing, have complete knowledge about competitive examinations. Means ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ IAS ಅಥವಾ KS ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ನೀವೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅಲರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್, ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅಲೋಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಈಚ್ ಪೇಪರ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ ನಾವು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ mentors. Make sure that all these things are with you. Having complete knowledge is really a good plan. If you just move out in vague, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, I want to just become an IAS, I have desires, but if you don't have a complete knowledge to fulfill that particular desire, it will become miserable. Life will become pathetic, because this examination can turn your life, even it can just move out in you other way. ನೀವು ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಮೇಕ್ ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ committing to this examination with some certain discipline and dedication, and even determining the things becomes very important for this kind of examination. Particularly I'm stressing that. So you need to study the complete syllabus of the examination, and you need to take at least guidance with anybody. Coaching ಹೋಗಲೇಬೇಕು, coaching is necessary, or coaching is not, or can you prepare by your own ಅಂತ, I just clear it later. But anyhow, you have to know the complete knowledge regarding competitive examination. Okay, and be clear in your thought process. I want to say that ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಮನೇಲಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, just your parents want you to become an IAS, or your friend said that you just become IAS. That is not required here. That ಅಪ್ಪ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ನೋಡಿನೋ ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ದಟ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟಿವ್ ಪವರ್, ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಜಿಯಸ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್, ಡಿ ಸಿಗಳೊಂದು 4 ಕಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಸುತ್ತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್. ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆ್ಯನ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ದಟ್ why you have to become an IAS. You need to have an agenda. Example, if you become a district collector, what transformation you can bring to the country, what service you can provide to the nation. Today we say that India is a victim of policy paralysis. Like, policy paralysis means Indians are good policy makers, not good policy implementers. I mean that somewhere that execution part is missing, or policy implementation is not happening in a proper way. So, why that policy implementation is not happening in a proper way? Is that the problem of bureaucracy ಅಥವಾ IAS ಅಥವಾ KS officers ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್? We have to analyze that things and make our commitment that we will surely bring that to that policy implementation will be going in a proper way that we can serve the entire nation, because government allocates a huge amount of money to serve the people with the intention of socially and economic backward classes na ಮುಂದೆ ತರಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ government will allocate so much of money. Why that money is not coming to the people? There are some big issues in the society which are bringing very which are creating many problems. So ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ನ ಆಚೆ ತರೋದಾಗ we need to analyze the things and we need to make the commitment before we start our preparation. So I will bring this, I will create some legacy in this field. I will just try for the to bring people out of poverty. I will try to provide education to each and every child. I will assure that health is a fundamental right of everybody. So with this type of commitment you should be clear that why I have to become an IAS, not at least administrative power by go. I just want to roam in cars, I just want to have a beacon on my car, and just I want people to salute me. This doesn't make you IAS. Seriously speaking, this doesn't make you IAS, because IAS needs some commitment, some service motto, and something heart and soul to bring transformation in the country. Okay, coming to the stage of examination. Okay, I will tell you something about today. Here I am going to discuss about strategy, what are all strategy, stages of examination, and as well as how to approach. So as a beginner, okay, what are all the requirements you have to make? I don't know anything, I just want to become an IAS. You felt that I have a service motto, I have a good intention, and I have a urge to transform the nation. I want to sacrifice my life to the country. So you have all the good intention, but how to begin with? A beginner get a problem in. So with this problem, I'm going to give all the answers for the persons who have this problem in common. Okay, don't worry, I'll just explain the stages of examination in brief, so that you have the clarity regarding the examination, and it will also make you to understand why you have to become IAS. I'll help you in both of these things, and at last we can go for approach. And at least from today, at the end of today's session, you have to begin with your preparation, that okay, this is the thing what I have to begin with, and this is the requirements what I have to begin with. You should be having some clarity regarding these things, and this webinar will help you in this way, so that you can start your preparation from the tomorrow morning itself. Okay, first coming to the stages of examination. I just want to clear UPSC examination, every people have in their mind. So my request is, so what are all the stages of examination? So you have 3 stages of examination. One is preliminary examination, and other one is mains examination, and other one is personality examination. Where preliminary examination antandra, it is multiple choice MCQs type. After like PUC, you have attended KCET, or you may be attended NEET or JEE. You will be finding some MCQs, right? You'll be picking one among the right option and taking out the right eliminating the other options. Same, it is very subjective in nature. Okay, you have that preliminary part. So second is mains examination, where you'll be writing, where it is subjective in nature, where it is objective type, or MCQs. Here it is subjective, means you'll be going for writing, like you write in the semester examinations, you have written in the board examinations, like where some marks have been allocated to particular subjects, you'll be writing for gaining the marks. That's about main examination. And personality test means it is a interview type. It's an interview type. So prelims examination nalli there is a 2 papers. One is general studies and other one is CSAT. General studies ali you are going to study about his subjects like history, geography, economy, polity. I mean this even though you have the engineering ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅಥವಾ you may be some background science background ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋರು, commerce background ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋರು ಅಥವಾ some people may come from technical background also. You have studied these subjects in your high schools. Same 10th standard up to 10th standard you studied like 10th standard, like you have studied history, geography, economy, polity. Okay, so you all know about history. These are the four pillars for general studies actually. So history means you know that you're really the things like past, like there are three types of history: modern history, ancient and medieval history, modern history, and medieval history. So ancient history mainly you study about the kings, the kingdoms, dynasties, and all these things, and also regarding the civilization. Modern history means we are going to study about freedom movement and all. So history arts all of you have studied about until 10th standard. And geography, as all of you know, we will study regarding planet system, solar system, volcanoes, mountains, oceans, rivers, reefs, valleys, everything we'll study in geography. And economy means how the financial market is available in the society, how the market flow, how the transaction has been about, or how the budget has been allocated, how the monetary policy is there, like money related matters you'll be studying in economy. And the political structure, like how the government runs, how government has been created, and how the nation as a whole runs, and what type of administration we give to ourselves. This is all regarding politics. This is the stuff, basic stuffs regarding these four subjects. We are going to study all these subjects in general studies in the first paper, including general science and technology. General science all of you know, and also technology part which comes in current affairs. So plus current affairs. Current affairs means contemporary issues. Contemporary issues which comes in daily newspapers, which you see what is all going around us. ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಚಲಿತ ವಿದ್ಯಮಾನಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಏನು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ, what are the issues are going on, ಯಾವ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, what type government of the is, what type of schemes is government launching, what type of report is government giving. So we all study in current affairs. So this all makes a part of general studies. Okay, next is CSAT. CSAT ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಆಪ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲೈಕ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಅಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ರೀಸನಿಂಗ್, ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್, analytical ability, basic numeracy, some amount of mathematics also we apply here. And mathematics, mental ability, intelligence, as well as decision making capabilities are checked in this paper. ಈ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ 200 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ 200 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಪೇಪರ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟ್ರಿ ಪೇಪರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ತೆಗೆಯುವಂಥ ಸ್ಕೋರು it checks your whether you qualify or not. Like 200 this 33% you have to score in second paper. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟ್ರಿ ಪೇಪರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಆದರೂ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಗೈನ್ 33% ಆರ್ 66 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ 200. ಬಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ 200 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ತೆಗಿತೀರ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೀವು ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋ ಆಗಲ್ವೋ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಗ 105 ಏನೋ ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಟು ಫಸ್ಟ್ paper should be more than 105 or 105. Second paper you need to qualify this is a mandatory paper. If first paper fail aito, you are not able to gain that 33%, you are ultimately failed. So you need to pass in this second paper by getting 66 marks or 33%, and you need to score in first paper. I meant to say that you should be at least above 110 marks according to the recent cutoff study ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ at least you have to be more than 110 marks in the general studies paper. This is regarding prelims examination, and prelims examination will be always in the format of MCQs, maybe this or maybe this. Okay, coming to the mains examination, it consists of 9 papers. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ there are 2 language papers. One is English paper, mandatory English. Another one is regional paper. Like I can take Kannada, I can take Urdu, I can take Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, any language which you have done in your 10th level. But first paper, another paper will be English. So these 2 papers are just mandatory papers. ಈ 2 ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಡೋ ಸ್ಕೋರು ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಟು ದ ಫೈನಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. It is just paper, you have to just pass with some certain marks in the first and second paper of languages. But from year essay till optional paper, each and every mark counts. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಸ್ಸೆ. ಇಯರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ 2 essay, or it sometimes it may be even 1 essay it was in before, but in the present times you have to write 2 essay. 8 essays will be given. Out of 8 essay you have to write 2 essay, one each essay for 125 marks. Are getting what I am saying? Each essay for 125 marks. So you'll be writing 2 essay for 250 marks, 250 marks, and this essay paper marks will be added to your merit list. And other 4 are general studies papers. General studies 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you are going to study again the issues related to history, geography, economy, polity, and along with that you are going to also study the subjects like social issues, social justice, international relations, internal security, disaster management, environment, ecology and biodiversity, and also some part of science and technology. You are going to study all these papers in these 3 papers, GS 1, 2, 3. And GS 4 paper, it's something special paper. It is called as ethics, integrity and aptitude paper. ಈ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಪೇಪರ್. ಇಯರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಚೆಕ್ಡ್. Here the knowledge or what you have read or what you have gained, what type of knowledge you have, it is checked in all, and what type of language you have, it is all checked in this papers. But this paper makes a unique feature in UPSC examination where the quality of UPSC aspirant is checked. What do you have, how honesty you are, what type of conscience you have, what type of responsibility you have, how much transparency you have, how accountable you are to the government, what type of law and order implementation you can make in your service. So these type of qualities are checked in this paper. So this paper is something like personality development. Alternatively we can call it as a personality development paper. So you'll be writing this paper. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು you'll be writing the question and answers, and second part you will be answering case studies. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ಥರದ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗೆ they will ask a solution, and as a civil servant or as a district collector or as a officer, gazetted officer, you have to quote the what answer you can give to the problem. So this answer making, decision making capability is specifically checked in this paper. And coming to the last 2 paper, it's optionals. Like ನೀವು ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ optional choose ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Like there are some certain subjects you can choose out of them. I just share the UPSC syllabus link at the last, in the end of this session. There are some like 16 subjects. Out of 16 subjects you can take any one of the subject. Even you can also choose the subject which you have read in your graduation. I am clearing that. Please select your optional very wisely, because ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ when after coming into the civil services preparation, they just choose the subject vaguely without analyzing the things or without knowing the subject properly. They'll just pick up the subject which, even though they don't know it, and then they start to read. Better to choose the subject which you have read in your graduation or masters. ನೀವು ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಡಿಗ್ರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ನ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಗುಡ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ you will be knowing the facts. You have read that subject for 3 to 5 years. You'll be having entire knowledge regarding that particular subject. So it's better to choose that optional which you have done in your graduation. So even and half of the burden reduces in the UPSC preparation. So select your optional very wisely. So that is my humble suggestion for you people. So you'll be selecting one subject and you'll be sharing it in 2 papers, like paper 1, optional paper 1, and optional paper 2. So optional paper 1 and optional paper 2 both carries 500 marks, like 250 marks each. So it makes a good chunk here. So out of this, the scoring papers are essay is a very good scoring paper, option papers are very good scoring paper, and even the special paper like GS4, it's also a good scoring paper, because in these 4 papers people score more than 150 in each paper. So when you score more than 150, if you are able to score like 150, 150, it goes around 600, so which makes a huge chunk to come you in the merit list. So concentrate on these papers when you start to prepare this particular subject. But how to prepare the subjects, we'll just upload a new video for each paper, like how, what is the strategy, what is the approach, or what type of preparation you can make for essay papers or optional papers, or even for GS4 papers. But today we are just briefing the entire syllabus so that a beginner should know that how he can prepare as a fresher, or how to begin with, what type of papers are these are the this is the intention of this today's lecture. Okay, and coming to the personality test. Last interview is conducted in Delhi. When you qualify mains examination, when cut off one ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೀರ ಅನ್ನೋ ಬೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ they will give a cut off, but they will not announce your marks in the mains examination. They'll just leave a cut off, or you just release a registered numbers where you will get to know that you are qualified mains examination or not. But if you want to know the marks exactly what you have got, you have to wait till May. Mean that until the entire examination process get all completed. At the end, ಪೂರ್ತಿ examination like prelims, mains ಅಥವಾ interview ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಮುಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ at the end of the stage you'll get your results, that how much you have scored, like what type of scores have been allotted to you. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ mains examination ಮುಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ, when mains examination gets completed, the register numbers are given in the website, that you'll get to know if you have qualified for personality test or not. So when you qualify for personality test will be conducted in Delhi, and 275 marks will be allotted for personality test. So out of 275, how much you get, like final merit list or final agna select agಲಿಕ್ಕೆ how much you are getting personality test plus how much you have scored in mains. Mains means these two papers are just qualifying, they are not ನೀವು 250 ತೆಗೆದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ನ ಮೆರಿಟ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್, ಎಸ್ ಎ ಪೇಪರ್, 4 GS papers and 2 optional papers, how much you have got, that will be carried to the merit list. I mean that mains marks plus personality test means interview marks, that makes your merit list. So at the end of the personality test, you'll get your merit, you'll get your cadre, like how where you are gone, you will be placed in the services. So final again, personality test, it's all about attitude, what type of attitude you are, how fit you are to become an IAS. And a panel of UPSC members of interview panel will judge your capability to become an IAS, what type of attitude you are. They will ask like practical problems which are going around the world or country, and they will make you to address those problems, what type of opinions you have regarding that particular problems, or what type of service you can give to the nation. These are all checked in the ultimate UPSC preparation. So here with this type of procedure, personality test gets end up for 275 marks, and out of that 275 marks, how much you have been got, that will be carried out to the merit list, adding with the mains result, and will be placed in the merit order. So it's all about preparing for an entire year. Example, if the examination starts in June first week, the result is going to come for May end. I mean that you're writing the examination for whole year, ಅಂದರೆ 1 June ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ until May examination ಬರೆಯೋದೇ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. Like you'll be facing prelims in the June and mains in the October, and interview in the end of Jan or February, and you'll get your final result in the May. So the entire 1 year program is designed for making you to write or face the examination. So the entire in degree langagate, degree ಅಥವಾ PUC ಅಥವಾ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ you'll be having a schedule for examination where you face the examination hardly for 1 week or 10 days or 15 days. But here the examination schedule is for 1 year. For facing that 1 year, you at least you have to prepare for 1.5 year to 2 years before giving your exam. I mean that if you want to become an IAS officer in first attempt ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ, if you start your preparation in degree, if you want to start your preparation, if you start your preparation from first year degree, so that first year degree will at least full, if it will take to build the fundamentals or cover the basic for the UPSC preparation. And for the second year you will get the time for reading the core books or revision purpose, and third year you'll get to revise all the stuffs which have you covered in these 2 years. And at the end of, and after giving your graduation exam, you can face the civil service examination in the June after you complete your graduation exam, and you can write the examination thoroughly by preparing within this year. So the intention of this webinar is you to prepare for to clear in the first attempt, like in the graduation time itself. ನೀವು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗಲೇ ಅಥವಾ even if you want to give in the examination, just prepare for 1 year before you give. This is what our intention is. This is, and we'll be uploading our videos for each and particular paper, issues, or even for analyzing question and answers to help you in your UPSC preparation. So finally, what else is required? We got to know about what type of preparation we have, and gotten about the syllabus briefing of the syllabus, stages of examination, and syllabus. I have just explained in a brief that what type of papers covers what type of syllabus. And the next question is, start with the perfect guidance. So is that necessary to take a coaching or not? That becomes a very important part for many aspirants. Esto jana, like, what is IAS coaching affordable, or do you have to spend that much for facing UPSC guidance? This is the question for many of the people. My answer is, it is okay not to have coaching, and it's okay to have a coaching, but nowadays the technology has brought the cost lower and lower. Like, you, for in the beginning days, you would 300 rupee 1 GB charge ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Now you will get 300 rupees, 300 for 300 rupees you will get 30 GBs. So like that, technology is bringing the cost down. Like, we'll be the online courses what we run will make you help to bring the same quality of education what people are getting in offline in the online mode at the very nominal cost. So these videos will surely help for your preparation, which is very affordable for UPSC coaching. So what is that constant motivation? Motivation, it's not that we have to get from outside always. It is a thing that we can even generate in ourselves. Like a desire can become a motivation, and dream can become a motivation, or a hunger can become a motivation, or even a frustrations or insults what we have faced in our past life, that can become a motivation. Because this arena, UPSC arena, or facing IAS exam can change your entire life. You can serve the whole society by serving your own self and your family. So ನೀವು ಕೂಡ even you can stand by your family and for yourself. By standing with that particular part, you can also serve the whole nation, or you can serve thousands of people. So the constant motivation can come from any part, like it can be inner self or outer, or from the role models, or from some books, or some incidents, whatever it may be. But you have to keep that motivation until you clear that examination, because more it's a long term preparation, like, which consists of 2 to 3 years. So for that 3 years you need to have a motivation, which we even upload in our website by interviewing some former bureaucrats, and by explaining their experience, by sharing their experience with you people, so that you need to keep your motivation. By saying this, if any questions, you can ask. Thank you. Okay, somebody is asking here, do we have to read current affairs daily, or is it possible if we read weekly? Okay, another question related to current affair is, do we have to refer all the newspapers coming daily? Okay, the thing is that current affairs makes a huge chunk for UPSC preparation, and we do have a current affairs video who cannot read newspapers daily. So we analyze the newspapers The answer is absolutely yes. We have to read current affairs daily, because as a civil servant, it is responsibility, or as a civil service aspirant, it is responsibility of you to know the facts which is going around us, and it's your due responsibility to have a perception regarding those issues. So if something like problems for women is going on in the, like in Sabrimala case, which is a recent issue, we need to know the what are the rights of the women, and why discrimination is going against them, and what type of rights they have in the constitution, what they have, and what type of problems they are facing. This is a issue which is a responsibility of every aspirant to know. So for knowing this type of particular issues, this is our due responsibility to read current affairs. Current affairs, it's just like a meal a day. If you have breakfast in the morning, you have lunch in the afternoon, and you have supper in the night. Like that, you need to at least have a daily routine to read a current affairs. So many of you people face to read the newspaper difficulty, like you be getting doubts like what to read, what facts to read, how to remember, and how to simplify these topics. So many of you may not get that particular knowledge in the beginning itself. So we do help you in preparing current affairs by analyzing the entire newspapers, and we'll just upload a video what all the facts are important, and how we'll be simplifying all those facts in our daily current affair analysis. And even we provide daily notes for you for your revision also. So this is the unique initiative of our uh, smartiq organization. We provide current affairs daily, and awast the very accepted newspaper in UPSC preparation is the Hindu paper. If you are able to read Hindu paper daily, and if you are able to make simplification out of that, it's well and good. Okay, can I give exams even I am working? Okay, many of the issues, many of the people face issues like they have the urge to become an IAS, or to get into civil services arena, though uh, whether it is possible by working, one person is asking. So it is that just absolutely you can